Go to it, guys.
Alright, so you all probably know a lot about the Syrian refugee crisis. Ever since 2011, more than 5 million Syrians have fled their country, and over 2.5 million of these are children. Almost half a million school-aged children are not attending school, and this number is only increasing. In addition, these children are facing many hardships, such as mental health issues, like post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. These children are in desperate need of an education, and we decided to do something about it. Hi everyone, I'm Taira Blakely.
And I'm Jack Janisi.
And we are co-creators of the Run for Syria Refugee Run.
For our FRPs, Taira and I both decided to research and report on the Syrian refugee crisis and how it affected the children of Syria. Taira and I both knew the extent of what was happening in Syria, but we wanted to learn more and figure out what we could do to help the children. We learned more and more about the Syrian refugee crisis and all the benefits that an education provides. We learned that 91% of Syrian refugees live out of refugee camps and below the poverty line. An education would help bring these families out of the cycle of poverty. An education also gives the children the psychosocial support they need to function better in society later in life. We realized that an education has a much deeper impact than we realized on the children, and through our research, we decided that we needed to do something about this. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, that was bad.
So initially, we had no idea what we were going to do to help the Syrian refugee children. Then, Jordan Hattar came in to speak with us and told us that the most important thing with our Elixir projects is to incorporate something we are passionate about. We brainstormed and finally decided on something. We both share a passion for spending time outdoors and running. So we decided that this was a need for our project if we wanted to be motivated. For our Elixir project, we hosted a 50-kilometer refugee run to raise money to give Syrian refugees an education. This was the perfect project for us because it presented a huge challenge that would keep us motivated, and it involved activities we enjoyed, and it was for a cause that we both became passionate about. To start, we had very high expectations, and we really believed that we could pull this off, but we knew that we would have to put in the work to accomplish this feat. We started off with the goal of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars raised and 50 kilometers each. We keep in mind that both of us has never run more than 10 kilometers before this moment, so we were setting really high expectations for ourselves.
The first thing we did was we created this professional website, which you can view at www.runforsyria.org, where you can sponsor a runner, learn more about our cause, and get more information about us. The second thing we did was we needed to find an organization. Jordan Hattar helped us find a trustworthy charity that helps Syrian refugee children get an online education.
So one huge challenge that we did face was my sickness. Just a week before the race was scheduled to go down, I came down with pneumonia and was hospitalized. We had to move the date back, and because of this, I was unable to run the full 50K.
Although we faced many setbacks, because of how passionate we were about what we were doing, we pushed through and were able to have a full team of runners running the race and raising money for the refugees.
So we also put together a team consisting of 3 other runners. This was initially a challenge because many people were not willing to run a full 50K, and we even had 2 group members drop out before the race.
In total, both of us have trained for over 100 hours and have run around 500 kilometers each. Since late January, Taira and I would go down to the country park after school and run around 3 times a week. By May, we both knew all the trails like the back of our hands, and because of the dedication and passion shown through our training, we believe that's why our run was such a huge success.
So just a week before the race, we started fundraising. We asked all of our friends and family to donate, and we ended up raising more than 24,000 Hong Kong dollars. The race took place on May 12th, with all of our runners embarking at 5 a.m. and running towards the finish line. The entire race took just under 12 hours to complete, and it was very challenging because the trail had a 2.4-kilometer ascent and a 2.6-kilometer decline. All of the runners except for me were able to complete the full 50K.
One thing we learned from our project was the importance of surrounding yourself with people that'll help you and push you through the rough patches and be with you through the good ones. While we were running, there were times where the running was very easy when it was a downhill concrete trail and you could just talk to your friends. But there were also times during the run where all we wanted to do was stop and sit and give up and turn back. But through the motivation of each other and these phrases, you got this, one more step, and keep going, we were able to push through and complete the full 50K.
So, one of the most important lessons we learned about independent projects is the vitality of planning. We were warned about the dangers of not planning when we attended the Service Summit, where we heard stories of projects being done the weekend before they were due and not having a great impact. This is something that Jack and I thought about a lot as we did our project. We were so focused on not falling behind that we actually did most of the work in the first few weeks. We also kept a tight schedule for running 2 or 3 times a week, and we even had 4 25-kilometer runs.
Another thing we learned from our project is to just ask. When the time came to ask people to sponsor us, I was very nervous. I don't like asking people for money, especially people I don't know very well. But when I saw the other runners bringing in donations left and right, I decided to just ask. So, much to my surprise, most of the people I asked to donate did. And the people that didn't, they weren't annoyed or hostile when I asked them. So, after the first few people, I got more and more comfortable asking for donations and ended up bringing a significant amount of donations. So, so the big takeaway from this is that is to not be afraid to ask somebody to donate to a charity or to do something charitable, because the worst thing they could do is say no and then you move on and ask the next person.
So overall, this race and project was a huge success, as well as raising over 24,000 Hong Kong dollars and overcoming one of the biggest challenges we have ever faced. We have given many Syrian children the opportunity for a better life.
And here we have a short video just to show you. Is there sound? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, sometimes we have trouble with Apple.
The sound's not really working. But
It's the Wi-Fi.
it's basically a recap of our race and like video clips from the race. So you can actually like go to YouTube and search Run for Syria 2018 Hong Kong Trail 50K and watch that if you want. It's a pretty good video. So yeah, thank you.